Hey Stampers, it's Gamer again, and I got a little project. Somebody sent me a link, which I cannot find for the life of me anymore. I think it was the lovely Leanne Fenton, and it was supposed to be an exploding box, but it's not an exploding box. It's just a box within a box. And this is my version. It's got a lovely little glitter heart there. The ribbon is knackered now. I've opened and closed it so many times, but you open it up and it's a box inside a box. And I stamped inside, "Life is good, just for you, with love." And it just closes together to hide the hidden box. And then you just tie it up in the centre. I've put a lovely little love heart, which you have to split so you can see it when it's closed. There you go. Isn't that cute? And then you tie it in a ribbon, but my ribbon is fraying on the ends. I've opened and closed it so many times. And I'm not the best bow maker in the world when it comes to small things. And it doesn't really shut properly either, but somebody asked me to make it and show them how it's done. So it's so simple, really. There's just a few intricate cuts, that's all. So I'm going to grab my scoreboard. I'll tell you all your pieces first. I'm using thick Whisper White, and this measures 11 by 8 1/4. So you've literally only got to cut 3/4 of an inch off. You're going to need 3 pieces of Whisper White then. These are 2.5 by 2.5. These are for your sentiments on the inside. I'm going to use this gorgeous ribbon that was sent to me the other day, wrapped around some cards, and I think it's beautiful because I'm using this paper from the Naturally Eclectic, and it says 2, but I'm using 3 because I'm going to put one on the bottom as well as the 2 sides. So there's 3 2.5 by 2.5, and then you need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 2.5 by 1 1/4. These are 4. All the sides there. Like I say, I put one on the bottom as well. So you need 6 of those. So, and there's 3 of those at 2.5 and 2.5, and there's 3 of the Whisper White 2.5. So there's 12 pieces of paper in total, but you can get that from one sheet of 6 by 6, I think. And that is just off a card front. So, and the ribbon, about 20, I'd say 20 inches, but this is just slightly over because it came with the wrap around a card, and I just trimmed up the ends. Absolutely gorgeous ribbon, and I thought it'd go lovely with that little peach. So yeah, this is about 24, maybe 25 centimeters long, inches long. So what you're going to do now, we're going to grab your stylus. Don't press too hard. I'm a gouger. I'm like, but don't gouge, please. So on the short side, I've just popped it in it along without any nail. You're just going to score this at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Oops. I've got no nails. I can't grip it. Then we're going to spin it around, and we're going to score the long side at 1 3/8. Oops. Oh my gosh, I'm having a disastrous day. 1 3/8, 4 1/8, 6 7/8, and 9 5/8. What you're going to do now, grab your little stylus, and at 2 1/8, you're going to make a mark. Then at 8 7/8, make a mark, and then turn it right round and do that again. 2 1/8 and 8 7/8. Just saves you having to. Oh, in fact, actually, you can literally just score down to the first score line there, and down to the first score line there. Turn it back because we're going to trim up them ends, so it doesn't matter if it's scored. And it will just save you drawing a pencil and messing around. So just to the score line. You could have done that with a pencil and a ruler and cut it or trimmed it and rubbed it out, but with this way, you don't have to do any of that. So I'm using my large scissors. First of all, I am going to just burnish the inner score lines on the short side. I'll show you why. You won't see that, it will be covered up. And if you want to just press it out, just turn it over and press it out. So now what we're going to do is where we made those second insertions, you're just going to cut all the way up to the score line and stop. Then you're going to fold this piece under and you're going to trim up to the score line. So you've got a little flap there. And we will do the folding it, and then you're going to trim from there to there. So you can, that's why I folded in the middle, so you can score and get up to those lines. And you're going to do that there, there and there. So you're going to repeat. You just save. You'd have had to use a pencil, a ruler, bob that in. Just up to the score line, flip it over and repeat. Oops. And now the same at the other end. See what I mean? This now is going to fold upwards, and we're going to tack that down in there, so it gives you your inner piece. So that's the bit that's going to fold around this cube here. We're going to repeat that again on this side. Oh, it's so fiddly though. It's not really, it's just you don't want your flaps getting in the way. Tuck it under and you're going to trim again. See, last one, we can get some burnishing done then. Last piece, yay! There we go, up to the score line. Now we're going to fold and burnish our score lines. It just saves you doing all that after the fact. Oops. Perhaps we should have burnished first, I don't know. So, I'm going to pull this over. Burnish the score lines. Nearly done. And it just makes it one flippy floppy mess. No, it doesn't when it's younger. So these are going to go here. So that's your inner box. These then, you put it together quickly. These are going, whoops, they're going to go like that. It does go, I promise. I need 6 pairs of hands, that's what it is. They will go in there, right on the ends. and that will fold up there. And the same on this side. See that pounce out then? This is why we need to glue it down. But that is how your box comes together. Well, we haven't finished yet, that's what it is. So unflap, 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 unflap. What you're going to do, you're going to add tape to one side on the back, and tape to this side. So I'm just going to grab my thin, there it is, I've left it over there. I'm going to just add tear and tape to one side. On there, and this one is going on that side, so when they come up, that'll stick to that and that'll stick to that. Do you get me? Yes, we hope so. And the same here, we're going to do the same. So it's not really an exploding box, it's just a box within a box. And I'd love to be able to give that lady recognition, but I cannot for the life of me find that link. I will come across it. I will mention the lady's name. I will ask Leanne when she gets back. She's gone away for a while, bless her. So if you wanted now, you could peel them off and stick them together. Like that and that. Yeah. What we're going to do, we're just going to set this to, we're going to add tape to these as well. In fact, we're going to do that now. Yes, come on. I'm going to add tape to these as well. You need to add them on the underside bit. And then turn it around. I'm going to add a different type of tape as well in a minute, because this is quite wide and that little flap is only small. I've got some 1/8 of an inch tape, because just so I can tape the edge as well. So I've got my little 1/8 inch. And it's just going along there, just so I've got tape along the back as well. Just to strengthen. And once we've taped this box together, believe it or not, it doesn't take long for it to come together at all. Left my coffee go cold again. Oh my gosh, I always do it, don't I? So I'm just going to add a little bit more tape. One more strip and then we're done. It's just so I've got adhesive all the way along, basically, or along the edges where you need it the most. I could have used my red tear and tape, can I? My red back tape. Look at that. So that's better. Using my bone folder now, I'm going to make sure it's all stuck down, so it's easier for me to peel off as well. What I'm going to do with these edges, I'm going to trim away the score line just so I get a better fold. It's like just a smidgen. See it? Just a tiny little bit. We need to get into the corner really. take that. So when this comes up and sits there, it's not catching on itself. You could even flag the ends there if you wanted. Just taper them on outer edges off. Just a wee fraction. See the catching? So just miter those. Not huge amounts, just a little bit. So they close better. Oh, I'm all fingers and thumbs. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that then. I'm smashing the camera. It'd work better if I had a smaller pair of scissors, wouldn't it? That's better. Get rid of these bits now. So when I peel these back and tuck them round, they're not so catchy. And you're not going to see this piece anyway, because this is where one of your pieces of Whisper White is going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the sides here and here. Keeping my flaps out the way. Making sure now it runs right along that edge. And it's perfect along there. You can use your bone fold at this point. So I've not just got grip there, I've got grip right along the end. My grandson's sinking up there, bless his soul. So this piece is coming around and we're just going to get it right along that edge. Perfect. See though it's nicely neat. Should have cut that score line away as well really. But we're not attaching these yet. We're going to do our stamping after we've glued so we can put them in nice and neat and then we'll glue them together. So again, I'm just going to make sure these are taped down. I'll remove the backing first. That's really strong. And again, making sure that sits right along that edge there. Same on this side. Right along that edge there. And using my bone folder, I push into the corners. So now these sides, we will add those in a moment and to stick those down. So that's like that. So when these side bits come up, it forms your little box. On the outside, it doesn't always fully close, but there we have it. I'm just wondering if there is a way I can get that closed. But let's pop that to one side just for a moment. I'm going to get some stamping done now. So I'm going to fetch in my 3 little squares. So one's going in the top of the box, one's in the centre and the one at the bottom. And I've got these beautiful stamps that were gifted to me by the gorgeous Inge. And this one has got some beautiful birds on. Sitting in a like an oriental tree. So I'm having this one in the centre. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving that. This one then says, "You are beautiful inside and out." And that's going to go in the top half of the lid. Isn't that lovely? And this one says, spread your wings and fly. And it's got gorgeous little butterflies on. And I've used this one before. And I love this sentiment. And it doesn't matter which way round, because the centre, they are 2.5 by 2.5 square. Look at that. You are beautiful inside and out, which gives you the inside and the outside of the box. These gorgeous little birds. And then this sentiment says, spread your wings and fly. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I'm getting quite good at this, organising stamps together. So I'm just going to take a couple of my blends while I'm here. I'm just going to... Oh, it's a dark one. It's a dark one. It's a dark one. I'm just going to put my beautiful birds in. This way I can attach them without trying to put my fingers inside the box. And I can line them up better. But my husband's just bathed the grandson. And my floors are creaky as hell. So with the darker one now, I'm just going to colour in the branches. Right the way to the ends of it. What a beautiful, beautiful little stamp this is. Here the dog's tippy-tapping as well. Everyone in my house on a Friday is so noisy. Oops, I can just see a little bit more. Right there. And I'm going to grab... Oh, I'm going to use the pale Calypso Coral to match this beautiful flower on here. I'm just going to colour them in. Oh, I see a bit more branch there. And his bud's just about to open. Just gorgeous. The dog's tippy-toeing, bless them. Nearly done. Why do I whisper when I'm colouring? I'm nearly done. Just going to finish that little bit of a branch off there. That is so sweet. And I could just add. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, I'm going to go with that. I think that is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Pop away my pens. And now I'm going to grab a bit more of my tear and tape so they don't move. I know this stuff is really strong and I love it. I'm not going to add it to the sides. I'm just going to add it to these bits of white. And then when we put the box together, we're going to need our tear and tape again, just to keep the ribbon in place. You might not think it'll need it, but trust me, it makes a whole lot of a difference. And it stops the pulling on your card, the DSP. Just squishing them down. Oh, I've just got a hot sweat, come on. So this is going to be the top of my box. So I'm going to use You Are Beautiful Inside and Out. And see, while the flaps are down, I can insert these just perfectly. You could have sponged around the edges if you want. That would look beautiful. Never thought about that till just. And then this one is spread your wings and fly. Just wonderful. And this is not going to intrude with the bottom of our box, which is going to have those gorgeous birds on. But there they are, aren't they beautiful? And I've had a notification about my delivery, and that should be here with me on probably Tuesday now because it's a bank holiday weekend. So I'll be doing a video on my haul and what I got from the new catalogue from Stampin' Up. Right now we can peel these sides off. This side and this side. We can do one at a time. So what you're going to do, I'm just going to lift. I reckon I should just pull these off as well at the same time. Otherwise it might be a little bit hard when I come to pushing the sides up. So this is the tape side, so is this. You're going to pull that up and keeping the tops level and then just squeeze. Pop this there as well. And squeeze. And there it is, your box. Folds up beautifully. Isn't that pretty? Just going to use my pokey tool. Just want to make sure my corners are nice and crisp. Same on this one. Just gorgeous. Whoops. I don't think it's meant to come together completely, but there we have it. Right, now we're going to attach our... What I'm going to do first is, I'm using the glimmer paper from the Myths, and I wonder if the blue would look nice. Let's have a look. We've got these gorgeous blue, green and clear. I think that might be a little bit dark. What do you reckon? I've got the old Sweet and Sassy heart punch, which is the perfect size for this. I'm going to cut one out in blue. And I love these old style punches. They're just great. Absolutely fabulous. So this, you're going to cut in half and then just glue either side once your paper's on. Or we can go with the white. I love this punch. I've had it for a long, long time. I think it was retired when I bought it because you know, this paper is going to last me forever. Oh, now you've got to decide, right, that is the top of your box. You're going to grab your tearing tape now. I'm just going to grab my ruler, which is 2 and just over 2 3/4. So I'm going to grab a pen. I'm going to come back a little bit. So it's 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3. And there, I'll do the same. One, 2, 3. That is the centre of my box. Oh, well, it doesn't look it, does it now? Let me just check that. There. So that, them two there are the centre of my box. And it's just so I can grab my tearing tape I'm going to pop this in the centre. What I'm going to do is straighten up that end first. So you don't want tatty bits. And I'm going to make sure that mark is in the centre. And you're going to go close to the edge as possible. And then we're just going to follow the box round. Whoops. No gate. Oh, don't stick there, please. Oh, no, it's stuck itself. I'm just going to pull it open. It's only so I know where my ribbon is going to go. Oh, that measuring pin up there. And they end up making a pig's ear of it. So my bone folder. Squash my sides down. So it's only when I come to peel it. I am the world's worst when it comes to straight lines. As you just saw, even with a pencil. I'm going to peel back. Only do a little bit at a time. Mind you saying that. No, do it a little bit at a time. Go like this in the centre. Find the centre of your ribbon. And what we're going to do then, there's the centre. So really speaking, I'm going to put the centre on there. And I'm holding that there. And I'm just pulling it to one side, just so I can add my ribbon and come up the side. Now that I know where the centre is, I'm going to lay this straight. I'm going to fetch that right to that side, and these now should be the same length. Morris, damn it! Morris, damn it! So I'm going to tie this into a beautiful bow. You want the knot in between those gaps, basically. And I'm just going to tuck them out the way for a moment, whilst we add our designer series paper on there. So yeah, ribbon is hidden. Yay! Right, I'm going to get my Tombow, which gives me wiggle space. And I'm going to start adding making sure you've got a good gap either side. You're going to start gluing all your lovely pieces. I'm going to use the peachy ones. Whoops. Why does it always fall over? Now we're going to decide, do we want this beautiful blue one, or we're going to use the white one? I honestly believe this blue one will do perfectly. So you're just going to take your scissors and basically just cut it in half. And you're going to glue your love heart, making sure you get right to the edges of the bottom bit. And push this right to the end of your paper. And if you don't have that point, you can use the Sweet and Saucy Thin-Lit Sprit. Oh, flipping it, that's a lot. Is that my finger? Again, keeping your ribbon out of the way. Line this up so your love heart looks basically straight. I'm just trying to keep that ribbon out of the way for a minute. That's all. Just so I can line that up and push that together. Yay, that looks perfect to me. So now we can just carry on and tie this beautiful ribbon in this beautiful bow. And I like the fact that it's like nice and organza type, so it's nice and flowy. And we won't trim these off until after. So just get to gluing the more strips on now. It seems watery, this does. Might be because it's been under the lights all the time. Just get these attached. I love this paper, and it's from the Naturally Eclectic, which is going in June, so you might as well use up your scraps and leftover designer series paper for projects like this, because you don't want to be left with loads and loads and loads of papers. Isn't that just the cutest? I've got 2 more pieces here. Oh, my back's just gone. I hope you're all getting ready for the weekend and then going to enjoy your wonderful weekends with your family and friends. The bank holiday weekend coming up. I do hope you all have an amazing weekend. I'm just going to be here crafting as you do. Now these are our gorgeous pieces. And this is another reason I chose that ribbon. It's just stunning for one. And it won't be too intrusive on the sides where this is going. But I suppose you can get a lovely Yankee white candle in there. Isn't that gorgeous? It's coming off at the end. I can show you, rub that down. And like I say, if you just want it on the side, then fine, you only need 2 pieces. But I thought if somebody tips the box over to have a nose, and they don't see a nice piece of paper on the bottom as well, so I'm going to add some of this gorgeous DSP to the bottom too. And away to go. I don't know what this glue is. It's really watery. Perhaps I've got a dud bottle as usual. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's lovely. Absolutely lovely. And with the other love heart that I've got spare, if you want, you could add one on. Oh, I don't know. It's just gorgeous. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm glad I made it. I wasn't going to make it. It's been sat on my desk for about 2 weeks. And I was thinking, should I, shouldn't I? But I'm so glad I did. Making sure my paper is stuck. And yeah, so I could turn that now and add this one on the bottom here. Yeah, why not? We've got it cut. Let's get it glued on. We've got it. Save it going to waste. And it's running in the same direction as my other love heart. Look. Beautiful. And there we have it. Just going to trim the ends of my ribbon off. Nice direction. Don't want them too long and I don't want them too short, but there we go. There's that box. There's the one I made prior. Just beautiful. And yeah, I hope you give it a go. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you give me a thumbs up and a share. That would be amazing. And if you haven't or subscribed already, please do. They would fit a lovely candle in there. Absolutely beautiful. So thanks for watching. Take care and don't forget to press the button. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.